Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's In Wheel Time, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Howdy along with Mike out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, and Jeff Zeke, and I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. Kind of a soggy Saturday, kind of surprising. It's kind of misty out there.
Yeah.
The humidity is probably at 1,000%.
Oh, gosh, it was when I got in the car this morning.
Yeah, I had to run the windshield wipers because of all the wetness that's in the air.
And I'm having a bad hair day.
Jeff is having
both of them.
Both of them.
Really gone
both
nuts.
hairs, yeah, exactly. Well, we have a very special guest now. We're going to go to the, I was going to say the other side of the earth, but it's close. We're going to go to Denmark, and we are going to talk to Mike Bredgaard. Mike, how are you? It's good to hear from you.
Hi, happy to be on.
Well,
Hope you're doing well.
Well, thank you. Yes, we're doing well here. So let's establish a thing or two. What time is it over there?
It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, so this has been a good Saturday for you so far?
Not really. I just heard you talking about humidity, and today we have had slush, rain, and hail.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's not a good day to take the toy car out.
No, it isn't. It's parked right there. So.
Yes. So Mike clearly is an auto enthusiast. And first of all, let's just talk about what you got behind you there. Is that a Shelby that I see back there?
No, it's not. It's a pretty standard 67 Mustang.
Okay.
Convertible.
Well, it's certainly got a very nice paint job on it. How long have you had that?
My dad got it in 2002.
Wow.
I don't know, he was getting to that age, you know. You need to do something funny.
Yeah, well, we're very familiar with that because we happen to be in that age group.
We resemble that remark.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what he got. Originally, he wanted to buy a Corvette, but I said, hey, what about the rest of us? Where are we going to fit? And he said, oh. He didn't realize, so he had to make it a Mustang, but he had to be sure it was a V8 and a convertible, so this is what he got.
Now, did you have it imported or did you buy it there?
No, there was an agent here who had it en route from Denmark at the time, and you could book a test drive before it showed up, so you had to sort of reserve it and pay for that, and otherwise, usually they're sold before they land in Denmark.
Oh, wow.
So, in other words, he's kind of an agent, a salesperson for what, American,
yes, exactly.
American cars, mainly?
He works with Americans who look out cars.
Okay.
And then they send pictures and approximate prices. And he chooses the ones he wants and then gets them in.
Now, is he a Dane? Is he there with you?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so he's on that side of the pond.
So that's kind
So
of
what
his
does he do?
business.
Does he come over here and buy them from auction? How does that
he
work?
buy him sight unseen?
Yeah, sometimes he does, but he also works with other agents in the U.S. who goes around, who knows what the Danes want. It can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
So you say that...
Some people want a project and some people want something perfect. So.
Okay.
And clearly you bought the perfect one because it looks like it's brand new.
Very nice.
Well, absolutely it's not. It has never been restored. So there's lots of little dings and dents all the way around, but it works fine just for driving. So.
How many miles does it have on it?
Well, I have no idea. It's 21,000 something on the odometer, but it may have
gone
spin,
around
once
a couple of times.
Yeah.
So how much attention does that attract when you show up at a car meet?
Actually, I have to say Mustangs and Corvettes are probably the most used fun cars here.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So,
That's,
nevertheless, if you punch it, it makes a bit of a noise. So
They're supposed to, yeah.
well,
yeah, they are. I replaced the exhaust with MagnaFlow units. So
yeah.
Made it a little louder, did you?
Indeed, and also the intake has been also just a skosh, you know.
Yeah, a skosh.
So everybody
Yeah.
modifies cars similar. Doesn't really matter what part of the world you live in.
Hey, Mike, can you pop the hood on that thing? Just real
Certainly.
quick.
And while you're doing that, I have to ask you, so outside of Volvos, what shows up at a car meet there besides your Mustang?
Well, being in Europe, it is probably mostly the European cars, Porsches and Ferraris and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, pretty boring. I've always been more into American cars, actually.
So, but the American cars you were telling me, there are a few of them that show up.
Yeah, they are probably more now than back when they were new because of the fun factor.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a really big secret. They don't get really good gas mileage, so gas has always been very, very expensive here.
How much is a gallon of gas over there today?
Liter.
I don't know what a gallon is, but we pay approximately $2 per liter.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's about $8 a gallon.
$8 a gallon?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
a
I'm
liter is just a click more than a quart.
Gosh. And North Sea oil. I think that you could probably see a few pumps, derricks out there in the ocean. It's amazing that the price of refining it is that high.
And you got to think that the Mustang, on a good day, 16, 17.
Exactly.
So is that a 289? Is that you said that's
Yes,
the original
it's
engine?
a
in it?
standard 289 with the C4 transmission.
Okay, pretty dependable, very durable. Kind of hard to.
It has never broken down yet.
Yeah, very hard to hurt that combination.
Yeah. So
Yes,
let's see how the condition is underneath the hood of that thing. Oh my gosh! It looks
That's
like it just
gorgeous.
rolled out of the factory.
that
It's
looks
beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice.
So, what is the situation with car meets out there at the moment, considering all the pandemic issues?
Well, everything is pretty much shut down.
Still,
so
yeah.
nothing going on. But I heard some rumors. There's somebody about to start up a little bit next week.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able? Just off the subject here. Are you able to get the vaccine, or have you had it yet, or is it available over there?
Some people are getting it. Mostly it's medical personnel right now and very old people.
Oh, that's why Don got it, because he's on the very old people side.
Hey. I got my second one.
Mike's still a young man, so he's not eligible yet. Yeah, we've pretty much turned on a lot of the car scene here in Texas, especially.
Yeah.
And we're having meets. We were at a meet last weekend. We got a couple more meets coming up. So we're kind of a little bit ahead of the curve, and a lot of where we live here in Texas is open almost 100%. So we wish you guys well about getting back into the swing of things and getting the car scene back up and running.
Well, anybody that knows me knows that I am a garage kind of guy. And while you've been showing us the car, I've been looking around your garage. It looks like you've got a very nice little collection up there on the wall. And a nice workbench in there. I mean, is this kind of like your man cave?
Yes, exactly it is. There's nothing remotely serious in here at all, except for the lawnmower underneath the model railroad.
I was going to say that looks like a train set back there.
Oh, how cool.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Well, did you build it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my.
And I think I have to say my interest about the U.S. cars, it began with monogram models in the 80s.
Okay.
Yep.
Like these.
The glue together kind? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Paint and glue.
Yeah, I built many of them when I was younger.
What a nice display.
That's the ones he's got
I did
built.
too, and now thanks to eBay, I'm able to get many of the ones
Look
I
at
wanted
this.
back then.
Oh my gosh.
All brand new stuff.
So obviously, with all these toys, you're not married.
Well, yes, I am.
Oh.
And we've been together since 1989.
Very good.
so-
Congratulations.
And obviously your wife puts up with your sickness there in the garage. You obviously
Your addiction to everything cars.
Yes.
And bikes. What's the bike?
She won't put up with this one.
Yeah.
What is that?
That is a Suzuki SV1000S.
Oh boy.
That's faster than cow snot.
There you go.
I guess you call those a crotch rocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, what do you do for a living?
I don't do anything because I destroyed my back a few years ago.
Oh boy.
So the doctors told me if I didn't stop working, I would end up in a wheelchair.
What
with
did
a
you
bag
do?
on the side, you know.
What was your profession when you did work?
Oh, I used to be a truck driver.
Okay.
Well, that would be really very difficult on your back.
Yeah.
And I could relate to the backs. I just had back surgery here back in December, so I can totally relate to you. Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, you've certainly done well there with your hobby, and that garage is magnificent. So when I come over there to visit, do you have enough room for I could lay out on the couch, and maybe spend the night?
Oh,
Certainly.
and a scooter.
Yeah, he's got a scooter that's more your speed there, Doc.
A couple of scooters.
Yeah. Well,
His and hers.
Actually, there are two.
And what are they?
This is a silver one. That's a 1987 Suzuki FC50, a 50cc two-stroke moped.
Well, there you go.
Moped.
That's where you get the fuel economy is driving that thing.
Yeah, the moped.
Exactly.
So to start it, do you have to pedal it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one has a kickstart. The purple one has to be pedaled. So.
Got it.
So with your 67 Mustang, are there Mustang clubs that you're a member of over in Europe?
Yes, there is indeed.
Yeah, we had Manuela Manchin on the show out of Italy about a month and a half ago.
Mustang
And,
Club of Denmark. There you go.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
cool. So, we learned that there's a pretty big Mustang presence in Italy as well. So it's kind of fun to see.
There's quite a few here in Denmark also.
Kind of cool
Not
to
really
see
sure of the number.
the American car passion over in Europe as well.
Where are you exactly in Denmark?
I'm on the peninsula called Jutland,
Joplin.
connected to
Okay.
Germany.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
As Mike may have learned, there are quite a few islands here.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, that there's Denmark's made up of a pretty large collection of islands.
Yeah, I believe it's roughly about 400 in all, and about
Wow.
70 of them are inhabited.
Well, do you go to different islands frequently?
No.
No. Okay.
However, the larger ones are all connected with bridges, so you can just go. If we go an hour and a half directly south from here, we're in Germany.
Okay.
And if we go 3.5 hours east, we're in Sweden.
Oh.
And yes, this is Scandinavia.
So
Well,
he's
thank you.
listening.
No, that was me that was asking the question. I wasn't sure if what I would consider mainland Europe was part of Scandinavia, knowing Norway, Finland, and Sweden were Scandinavian.
Actually, Denmark is pretty much a part of mainland Europe and Scandinavia at the same time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it bridges
And
the gap.
it is Western Europe, yes.
Okay. See, we're learning
So,
something
ex-
new.
exactly.
Glad
Well-
to know he was listening to us.
No,
So
but I was.
have you taken the Mustang to Germany on some of the high speed stuff down there?
No, it's not a high-speed car.
Well, yeah, it's probably got the motor to go high speeds, but it surely doesn't have the brakes.
I've only got it at 115 miles an hour.
Oh, well, that's pretty high speed.
115 for that car and that year model.
But,
Yeah.
you know, we count kilometers over here, so 110, it's not that much.
Oh, okay. 100, yeah,
Yeah.
110 is about 65, 70
You know,
miles an hour.
the speedometer is in miles, so you have to keep that in mind when traveling through town here where the speed limit is 50. That doesn't mean 50 on
Oh.
the dash.
Oh, yeah.
How is law enforcement there, and how do they treat to cars like yours? I mean, are they on the lookout for you to get out there and burn rubber off the tires?
Sometimes when there are car meetings, they tend to show up and just, look around to see if there's anything with too large engines or too large tires or anything. There are some very strict rules about tire size. You're not allowed to exceed the width of the car at all. All the tires must be inside the fenders.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's not necessarily the case here in the States.
Hardly.
It isn't. Also, a funny thing I noticed about you is you have to buy the insurance later on, and it's kind of optional if I get it right.
You got to have liability. In the state of Texas, you have to have liability. So if you damage somebody else.
It's kind of optional because a lot of people here don't have insurance. But
but it's quite easy here because if you don't have an insurance, you can't get any license plates.
Okay, so they
Well, that's
control
like it
that
is
way,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have at least liability insurance on your
Yeah.
car.
And you
Yes,
can get it
exactly.
for a month, and then
And then you drop it. Yeah.
it drops.
Exactly.
So you said there's a restriction on engine size as well over there?
Yes, you're not allowed to. If you have an inline 6 Mustang, you're not allowed to just throw in a V8 if you want to. then you have to have it inspected and pay a different tax for a different kind of car because they say it changes identity.
Yeah,
which it sort of does, but still, no.
Do they test exhaust emissions over there?
Not on vintage cars, no.
Okay. Just
Only
like it is here.
Models.
Yeah.
So a lot of the upgrade modified cars here, where what you were talking about, it was originally a V6 car and you put a V8 in it, that could be an issue over there as far as getting it past all the inspections.
But now, but you know, with the Mustang in that year model, a 6-cylinder was available.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was.
But they would know
based on the VIN
that the car actually came with a V8 and not a 6. So if you wanted to downgrade it and go to the 6-cylinder, you couldn't do that either.
No. Not here.
Okay.
So it has to have, it doesn't have to have the same VIN number on the engine, but the engine has to match what the car originally was built with. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, of course, you are allowed to tune it to some degree.
So
but, you can't just throw in a 427 or 429 if you feel like.
So you couldn't. It would even be an issue just switching from a 289 to a 302.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
In the real world, no. Not as much.
Because visually, I don't know that they could tell the difference in. Oh well, that's interesting.
Also, new 289s are hard to find today.
Oh yeah, no kidding. They are here
Especially
as well.
here.
Yeah, they are here as well. So,
do you have trouble finding parts for the car? I know that you haven't had it really long enough or drive it that often enough to have things break. But what's the parts availability like? Say, for instance, on your car.
Over here, it's pretty easy to get the Mustang parts because everything is still made for them. So.
Right. In the aftermarket, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what is your everyday driver car?
Just a minute. It has stopped raining.
Oh, it stopped raining so we can go outside.
Yeah, the sun is coming out. Whoa.
You better get out and enjoy it while it's there, huh?
See?
Wow, look at that.
That's gorgeous.
And there's no snow on the
this.
ground. A Toyota?
And is that an i3?
No. i3 is a VW. This is an Avensis. 27
okay.
model.
No, I was talking about the white car.
Yeah, that's an iGo.
Okay.
Also a Toyota. I don't think you've ever seen one of these.
No, Europe-only car.
Yeah, that's a Europe-only car, but that's actually kind of cool looking.
You're not really missing out anything.
Does the wife drive that one?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. But as long as she likes it, she's good.
It's a 998 cc 3-cylinder.
All about the fuel economy and
the size.
In Denmark, are the sizes of the road compliant with your Mustang? Because your Mustang's probably a relatively wide car for European roads, even though it's a narrow car here in the States. Is that
actually? I'm beginning to think most parking lots and roads in Denmark are designed for cars like the iGo. So.
Yeah, that's kind of why
nothing larger than a shopping cart will fit in anyway. So.
Well, I have to tell you that I am thoroughly impressed. I mean, I have always had curiosity about Denmark, the whole Scandinavian thing, and
you should go here. Then.
Hey, Mike, can you show him your metal car collection? Don's got a few of metal cars that he had from growing up.
You mean the old tin ones?
Yeah, the tin stuff. Yeah. Don's got a fair collection of.
Oh yeah, but not like that. Now, where do you pick where did you pick those up?
Well, they're made here, so.
Oh, they're made there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but back in the 50s.
Yes.
Well, Don was made back in the 40s.
No. I'm a 50s kind of guy.
You were made in the 40s. You were born in the 50s.
No, actually, I was made in the 50s also.
Let's not go there. So he's also got a big, real collection of.
As you can see here, I'm an 80s guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And didn't you say you have a brother that plays in a heavy metal band or played?
No, my wife's cousin.
Oh, okay.
You used to play in a heavy metal band called Overkill.
Overkill.
Back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, it was thrash speed metal something.
Okay, so
Very loud and very fast. Even I'm too old for that now.
well, what do you guys do for entertainment on a Saturday night when when the weather's bad and that sort of stuff? Do you stay in? Do you go to the local bar? What do you do?
For my sake, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You see.
Yeah, you live in your garage and you play with your cars.
Now, does
Pretty much that's the point, you know.
Is
Yeah.
your wife also a car fan, a car fanatic?
No.
No. Okay. So you're out in the garage by yourself a lot.
Yes, she is more of an inside person, you know.
Yeah, right.
So she bakes and knits and stuff like that.
So she's got her
She's
own thing
very,
going.
very, very creative. So
Well,
I'm not.
well, I have to say that obviously, based on what I see in your garage there, so are you. What a great setup you've got! It is an honor and a pleasure to talk to you today and to find out how things find out how things work over there in Denmark and to see what your passions are and that sort of stuff. How many people live in the city where you live?
Well, it's not a city. It's more like a town.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of nowhere. I think there are 13, 14 houses here, so maybe 30 people in all.
Oh, my. So you're really kind of isolated over there.
Nah, not isolated. Nothing in Denmark is that far because it's a small country. So,
Right. Well,
but it's in the countryside. We have fields all around. So,
got you. Okay. So farming is big there.
yeah, right here, yes, and
Yeah.
it smells from time to time, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It smells like money to the farmers.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Well, Mike,
That's
it's
what they
great.
usually
It's
say.
great to talk to you. We're going to let you go. We've got some other things we need to get to this hour, but it's a
Thank
real
you very
pleasure.
much,
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been an honor. So we're going to have you back on, check in back with you, maybe perhaps later on this summer, if that's okay with you.
That would be very fine with me.
Very good. Okay, well, thanks again. Great to talk to you. Mike Bredgaard, one of our Denmark auto enthusiast
How cool is
fans
that? How cool
on the
is
other
that?
side of
What
the
a cool
pond.
Mustang he's
yeah,
got.
most definitely. All right. Did we ever get a hold of Gina? Did we ever hear from
No,
Gina?
Gina's having the same problem Richard's having getting in here. Hang on, I'm working on that.
Okay, well, at any
Mike
rate,
didn't have a problem at all.
The common problem is Mars.
Well, Mike didn't have a problem.
that is the one thing that is
Oh,
common.
yeah.
I did want to tell you that on April the 3rd, that would be next Saturday. Mm-hmm. It's race day at Houston Motorsports Park for the Gulf Coast Racing Series. So it's opening day.
Gates open at 5. Racing starts at 6. Be there.
Are you serious? How do you know that? I don't.
Because I read the stuff you email me, Don. You don't even read what you email.
I did not.
He doesn't read my emails.
Because there's no mention of that on this.
I went on her website and looked at it.
Oh, now we know.
So it's not me.
No, it's always you, Don. We want to blame you.
Well, that's okay. I'm quite used to it.
You are
Trust
our
me.
Donald Trump.
No, I
So
am.
we want to blame you for everything.
Everything. Perfect. All right. Well, at any rate, so next Saturday, this would be something that I would say, we don't want to say if you don't have anything to do. This is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, it's NASCAR racing in Houston.
That's-
At a very, very fair price, at a cool little track, a wonderful announcer and pace car driver.
Well, I'm not the announcer.
I knew that.
Yeah. Obviously, all the stuff that you read is.
Are you going to be doing the finish line?
That's
the
what
winner's circle interviews as well?
That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. So we'll see.
Cool.
But at any rate, it'll be the first race of the season. I hope that you can make plans to be there. Houston Motorsports Park, Gulf Coast Racing Series, and the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series, Home Track Series. So, you'll get the standard fare of, the eco stocks, the modifieds, all of that.
NASCAR's your favorite.
And let me tell you, Gina runs a tight ship over there, and there's no big gaps in the racing. It's lickety split. I mean, one race ends, the next race starts.
Yeah, and if there is a gap, they've got something going on and throwing
giveaway
stuff from up in the stands.
Yeah.
It's always a blast. They do a real good job.
Yeah, exactly. So, at any rate, got some news stories I wanted to get in. You know, Japan's government and businesses are racing now to bring a fire-damaged automotive chip plant back online, underscoring how important the component has become in a supply chain already under strain because of booming demand for semiconductors. The nation's automakers, who depend on Renesas to supply semiconductors, are dispatching workers to the damaged site to help with the recovery.
Rebuild it.
Yeah, to help rebuild it. That's how important this is to everybody. Stellantis, which used to be FCA, which is Chrysler, all that, idling 5 assembly plants in North America starting next week because of the microchip shortage plaguing the auto industry. Warren Truck Assembly, just north of Detroit, scheduled to be down from Monday through April 18th.
That's General Motors, isn't it? Warren Truck Assembly, or is that?
According to an employee bulletin confirmed by the automaker, the plant, which has 3,400 workers on 2 shifts, builds the Ram 1500 Classic and is slated to start producing the Jeep Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer SUVs in the second quarter. Production of the Pacific and Chrysler Voyager minivans in Windsor, Ontario will be halted for 4 weeks starting Monday. Automaker will also halt car output in Brampton, Ontario until mid-April, affecting production of the Chrysler 300, the Charger, and the Challenger.
Yikes.
Stellantis assembly plant Toluca, Mexico, though will be down through April 18th. That plant produces the Jeep Compass. Reuters reported the automaker also will halt output at its assembly plant in Belvidere, Illinois, that produces the Jeep Cherokee. GM confirmed on Wednesday that the Cami plant in Ingersoll, Ontario, will remain idled until at least mid-April. The Chevy Equinox is assembled there. Ford's Oakville, Ontario plant, partially assembling the Ford Edge vehicle and then storing them on lots until the required microchips arrive to finish them. Windsor Star reported Friday the Ford's Essex engine plant in Windsor, Ontario will be down until April 16th. And, you know, this may not sound like a big deal to you, but if you were in the market for a new car, and I would imagine that I can tell you already that it is being felt by many of the local dealers.
Yep.
In a couple of weeks, it's going to start ramping up, and you're going to find limited supplies, if you can find it at all, of many of the most popular cars and trucks.
And a couple of things are going to happen is the high level of incentives goes down as well. So your price is going to go up on the vehicles. I understand we have Gina with us.
We can't get to her right now, so
hang with us, Gina.
Yeah, hang in there. I know that you've been trying to get in, and we want to talk to you. So let's do that at the top of the next hour, if we can do that. Is that all right? Is that all right, Mr. Mars?
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, thank you. Because it's going to be all right.
Ford has also stopped building F-150 pickups because of the chip shortage in the Detroit plant.
Yeah, it's bad. So at any rate, okay, we're going to take a quick break. Listen to this Loopy Tortilla commercial because it's new information, and we are going to be back right after a quick break. Stay with us here on the In Wheel Time Car Show.
The Tailpipes and Tacos monthly cruise-in has become so popular you'll be able to attend at more locations. Enjoy fabulous Houston car culture at any of the 4 participating Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex restaurants. Tailpipes and Tacos will be held in Tomball at Highway 249 near 2978, Bay Area Boulevard near the Gulf Freeway in Webster, the Grand Parkway just south of I-10 and Katy, and the Kirby location off the Southwest Freeway. Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and awesome cars. Mark your calendar for Saturday, April 17th for the next Tailpipes and Tacos at one of the 4 participating Loopy Tortilla Mexican restaurants, 8 to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone is invited. See collector cars, hot rods, customs, originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in this friends and family event. Start your Saturday off right at Houston's hottest cruise in. Tailpipes and Tacos, April 17th, 8 to 11 a.m. Participating Loopies are located in Tomball, Katy, West University, and Clear Lake. April 17th. In real time, we'll be broadcasting from the West University location on the Southwest Freeway, weather permitting. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff
at InWheelTime.com. If you're in charge of your company's small, medium, or large business anywhere in the U.S., let the On Hold Company help you retain customers and promote your business on your telephone system. Promote special sales or company info when placed on hold. The On Hold Company provides custom on-hold messages with professional male or female voices, licensed background music with no long-term contract, no monthly recurring bill, and updates your messages as needed. Call the On Hold Company at 713-223-HOLD or go to onhold.net. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.